most heroic thing we can do now. Let's look the truth in the face.
The Night King is coming.
The dead are already here.
Stand your ground!
Hey everyone, it's Fentony. We've got brand new photos from episode 3. Episode 3 is going to be the longest Game of Thrones episode ever. It's going to clock in at 82 minutes long. It's going to feature the Battle of Winterfell, the living versus the dead. There's no title yet, but that's likely to be announced when the episode actually airs, just like how episode 1 and episode 2's titles were revealed. The dead are here and this battle is going to be very unpredictable. There's lots of different opinions here on who dies and the overall outcome of the battle. Some people think the living are going to win, some people think the dead are going to win. No matter what happens, it's going to be a bloodbath. So as always, let's look at the foes and see what we can find. First up is Tyrion and Varys in the Crypt of Winterfell. Basically anyone that cannot fight is going down into the crypt, as they believe it's the safest place for them. But it might not actually be. The Army of the Dead could get inside the castle, the Whites could actually dig their way down, or the dead Starks inside the crypt could be raised. It might not be the safest place. Tyrion actually wanted to be on the battlements and give the signal to light the trench with Davos, but Dany told him to get down in the crypt. She told him that he's not a fighter and she wants him to survive as she needs his mind to get the Iron Throne. But I think it's pretty obvious that Tyrion's going to leave the crypt at some point. I don't think he wants to stay down there whilst everyone else dies above. I think he's going to be incredibly important in this battle. He might even be the one to give the signal to light the trench if Davos cannot do it. It's true that Tyrion's not a fighter, but he has saw a battle before, and he just wants to do his part. He's the hand of the Queen, and he's an incredibly important person, but he doesn't want to sit down there and let everyone else die for him. Obviously, Varys is not a fighter, so that makes perfect sense. I actually think Melisandre's going to reappear in this episode. She's going to bring some followers to fight against the Night King, and she might even try and burn Varys to use his blood. Some people think Varys' blood is going to be very important. Some people think it's even King's blood, which has been used in blood magic before. The sorcerer cut his parts, put the parts into the flames, and the flames turned blue, and a voice spoke to him. Melisandre said she would be back, she has to die in Westeros, and she said Varys has to do the same as well. Another Red Priestess knew about Varys' story, and it seems like Melisandre knows as well. It's likely he's going to be used in some sort of sacrifice. It is possible that Melisandre will want to burn Varys and use his blood against the Night King. Because honestly, what other story is there for Varys? Littlefinger's dead, and the character of Varys has kind of been watered down as the shows went on. He's no longer the big political player anymore. We have seen a shot in the main trailer of the crypt. We saw Varys, Gilly, Little Sam and many others down there, but there was no sign of Tyrion or even Sansa, who appears later on, so maybe Tyrion and Sansa don't stay down there, or maybe they're just out of shot. Honestly, these crypts might seem like the safest place, but they might be the worst place to be. So Jon Snow and Daenerys on high ground looking down at Winterfell. We saw this before in the episode 3 trailer. I think they might be waiting on the Night King to reveal himself and swoop down on their dragons. They want to stay near Bran in the Godswood, but not too close the Night King doesn't come. Jon said the living cannot beat the Army of the Dead, there's just far too many of them. The plan is to kill the Night King, to lure him into the Godswood and kill him, using Bran as bait. There's actually no sign of the Night King yet. Some people think he might not even be here, but I think he has to be. There's actually a very popular prediction going about the Night King going down to King's Landing instead on Viserion. I don't know where the prediction came from, whether it's a fake leak or someone pretty big made that prediction, but a lot of people like it and they are repeating it. In the episode 3 trailer, Jon does say the Night King is coming, and Dany either replies or it's mixed together and it's not actually part of the same dialogue. The dead are already here. I think Dany's getting sick of waiting up there. She tells Jon the dead are already here, why are we sitting about? And she jumps on Drogon and flies down. And we saw a shot of her flying Drogon in the trailer. So we see a better shot of Jaime, Brienne and the Knights of the Vale in the front lines. We know Sir Brienne of Tarth is leading the left flank. From the battle strategy map, it looks like she's leading the left flank with the Knights of the Vale and the North behind her. Dany's armies are in the middle, the Dothraki are at the front, likely of Jorah who's leading them. Grey Worm on the Unsullied in front of Winterfell as a shield wall. You've got more North on the right, House Mormont inside Winterfell, and Bran in the Godswood as bait for the Night King. I don't know what the other square is, it's blank, but basically their plan is to hold off the dead as long as possible and kill the Night King. The Night King created all the Whites and the White Walkers, and if he falls, the Army of the Dead will fall. It's obviously not going to be that simple, and I think this plan's going to go downhill very quickly. Someone's either going to mess up, or the Night King knows. I actually think he has very similar powers to Bran. He might actually be watching what's going on in Winterfell. He might know their plan. So a shot of Sansa and Arya. This is probably the moment that Sansa's heading down to the crypt and Arya tells her she's not going. Arya's going to be a big part of this battle. We saw her in the trailer being chased by something. We know she gets a new quarterstaff dragonglass weapon. She's got her Valyrian steel dagger. She's going to get lots of kills, but she's going to go through hell. She is very confident in her abilities, but she's never faced Army of the Dead before. It's like when she asked Gendry what the dead are like. What do they smell like? Are they hard to kill? She doesn't understand, but she soon will. So it looks like Sansa's possibly in the Crypt of Winterfell here. Either she's watching someone or she's just not happy to be down here. It kind of feels to me that Jon's no longer the people the North look to, it's Sansa. I think she doesn't want to be here. I think she feels like she's just waiting to die, whilst her people die above first. She has experienced a siege before, the Battle of Blackwater, when she was held up in the Red Keep with the other female nobles and Cersei Lannister, and she did watch on during the Battle of the Bastards. But then battles are nothing like this. This is the War for Dawn. I don't know if Sansa will stay down in the crypts, but if she does go above ground, what is she going to do? She's not a fighter. But if the dead get inside the crypts, she could be in trouble. So this is another shot from the trailer. It looks like Jon Snow in the Godswood of Winterfell. We know that's where Bran is, and their plan is to lure the Night King in there and kill him. There was another shot of Jon Snow inside the Godswood next to the Weirwood tree. He drew Longclaw and he could be staring down the Night King. He looks pretty terrified in this shot. Maybe the Night King has killed Bran, or maybe someone else. It's likely Theon's gonna die. He's protecting Bran, but I think he's done for. I think he said his goodbye in the last episode, and he's gonna defend Bran until the very end. I also think Ghost is going to be part of this battle. He's going to be with Jon inside the Godswood, and it's likely he's going to be killed off, which I don't want to see. This is going to be a bloodbath. It's the most hyped episode ever, the longest battle ever shot for television, and suppose it's going to rival any movie. But I want to know what you think about the photos. How's the battle going to play out? Who's going to die? Honestly, there's nothing new really. We saw quite a few of these shots inside the trailer, but there are a few new photos as well, such as Tyrion and Varys inside the crypt, and Sansa as well. If you guys want to check out my episode 3 trailer breakdown, I'll leave a link to that, and also to my episode 2 breakdown review. And as always, remember to leave your thoughts in the comments below and then like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next one.